Evening, everybody. Just picking up my rubbish on the floor. Let's just find you all on here, and then we can make a little start. Okay, hi Gina. Okay, I found you all, and that's a good place to start. So, hi everyone, welcome to my first live in what feels like a really long time. I've got out the rhythm of doing them, and life has been really busy. The girls have had half term, I've had lots of meetings, and that just seemed to have clashed with my evening session. So apologies for neglecting you all, but I'm hoping to be able to bring these back more regularly in the run up to Christmas. And I've really missed you all, actually. It's been a funny old few weeks. So welcome to everyone as you're joining. Hi Gina, hi Sandra, hi Alison, hi Bev, thanks for joining me. It's a drizzly autumnal evening here tonight. It's dark, it's cold, it's windy, it's damp. It's really not very pleasant outside. We had beautiful weather last week here, really, really warm, and now we're in full on autumn, it feels like. So I hope you're all managing to keep well and warm and safe. So tonight I am hoping to do some crafting. I've got an idea of what I want to use and what I want to make, but I'm really excited to share with you a whole suite of new product which came out yesterday. Demonstrators have had it for a month now, and it's finally available to the main customer market now. It is a limited edition, some limited edition papers and stamp set, and then there's a bundle that will roll over into the January catalogue in just a few months. So I'll share all that with you. Oh, thank you, Gina, that's really, really nice. So yesterday, Stampin' Up announced their top performers and league tables for last year, and last year I was number 9 overall in the UK, and this year I'm 21. So really odd year last year, and we were coming out of COVID. People's spending habits were changing, people's lifestyles had changed, and I'm really, really chuffed to just still be here doing what I'm doing and sharing everything I enjoy doing with you all. So regardless of the numbers, regardless of where I rank, I'm really chuffed to just be here. But it is quite a nice little token of appreciation from Stampin' Up, so thank you for that. We're off to Vienna on Wednesday next week. I may do a little live from on stage for you all next week, but it is the global Stampin' Up event, and it's my first international trip with Stampin' Up, so I'm really excited. I'm travelling with 3 of my lovely Stampin' Stars team, and it's going to be amazing. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'll share with you as much as I can as it happens. So let's do a little bit of crafting. As always, please feel free to add your comments and questions in the chat. It's always nice to have a little bit of feedback as we go through, and I feel like I'm not talking to myself, which is always interesting. So yeah, I will flip my camera around, we'll make a start, and we'll see where our evening of craft takes us. And let me just do that now. Okay, let's just move my desk a little bit. See, it's been a while since I've done this, that actually I'm all out of practice, but I'm sure you will forgive me. Okay, that looks good. So let me share these lovely new products with you to kick us off. So this is the fitted florets. Florets? How do you say that? Florets suite. So we have the framed florets stamp set, which is some lovely outline images of flowers and some gorgeous sentiments. I really like the font in this sentiments. Then we have the framed florets dies, which coordinate with the images in the stamp set, and we have a few little extra dies as well, which is always a nice treat. And then we have these, so these two products will be carrying over into the mini catalogue in January, so they'll be around for a short while. And then we have these beautiful designer series papers that are a limited edition product, so we only have them until the end of December. Once the end of December comes, they are gone forever. If they sell out before then, they will no longer be available. So these DSPs are really lovely, bright designs. You've got a lovely gingham. Who doesn't love a gingham? And they're a mix of pinks, greens and blues, which are always really popular. Some nice mistletoe there, some nice soft succulent, and then we've got some busy pieces like this. So we have a nice mini floral pattern, and then we have this lovely, I love this one, I think this is my favourite background pattern. Some more pink, and then we have some bigger florals here, which I've been busy fussy cutting, as I'm sure will come to no surprise. And here's a little something that I've made earlier, so just to share this with you. So this is just a little card topper that I've made, and I've made this using the dies and a little bit of fussy cutting. So what else comes with this suite is this framed and festive stamp set. This is also a limited edition product that will carry through till the end of December or until stocks last, and the font is in keeping with the framed Florets stamp set, and the size of the sentiments coordinate with the dies as well. So Stampin' Up! I've really thought about this, and it's nice to have a few little extra products to get excited about, and it's really nice to see how they all work and coordinate together. So for example, this die here, this shape here you've got, is actually this nice die in the die set. So not only will it cut your detailed frame, it will also cut the oval that sits inside it. So it's really clever. And then we have a heart frame that will just cut out the hearts in the shape of the oval. It won't actually cut a physical oval. And then we have this really nice sort of embossed frame that sits nicely inside that one there. So I think the best thing we can do is have a little play, and to kick us all off I'm going to keep it nice and simple with some layers of basic white. I'm really into layers of white at the moment, and it's a great way to start with something like this. So let's cut some card, shall we? Now, I have a funny feeling that my daughter has stolen my trimmer, which is always helpful. And she has as well. So let me just see if I can find my old trimmer. This is the problem when the children start helping themselves. There it is. Old trimmer. Do love my old faithful trimmer. Okay, so we're going to start by cutting just a simple card base. So I'm going to go for a 10.5 centimetre score, turn it round and cut at 14.9. So I've got two card bases, and then I'm going to have a layer of white. Okay, so I'm going to go with a 9.5 centimetre mount, and that length needs to be 13.9 centimetres. Okay, let's put my trimmer to one side. Give it a nice crease, and then I'm going to do a little bit of die cutting. So let's bring in this really nice heart element, but we want to cut it out from this piece. I'm going to put that in the centre of my card. I'm going to secure that with a little bit of washi, because who doesn't love washi tape? And I'm going to run that through my die machine. So you can see it cuts all those lovely little hearts. They'll be great for cutting confetti. Like so. So we've now got that really nice layer there. Put that to one side. Now, when you do the white on white with something like this, it is really subtle that you see the heart. So I'm going to add a little layer of pink underneath. And I'm going to trim this down so it's just ever so slightly smaller than our top layer. So this top layer is 9.5 centimetres. So I'm going to cut my Flirty Flamingo down to 9 centimetres by 13.4 centimetres. Bring all of this back in. So my pink layer is going to go there like so, and then when we add that over the top, I think that looks really, really pretty. So take it off. Let's stick this piece down. Now this set of products is also the theme of my July card class. So July, where did I get July from? Of my November card class, which is available to book at the moment, and kits will hopefully be going out around the 18th of November. Now, I have run out of dimensionals, so I'm just going to cut myself a little bit of this foam adhesive sheet, and I want to stick this down. Indeed, my darling, I hope you're well. Your week. And listen. Oh, thank you, Caroline. That's really kind of you. I'm really chuffed, actually. Okay. So let's turn this over, bring it back in, and this is going to be stuck down on pads like so. And I think that's really nice, just like that, maybe with a little flower and a sentiment, but we're going to jazz it up a little bit, of course, aren't we? So where are my dies? Here they are. Do you use the outside of dimensionals? I sure do. I use every single last scrap that's on that sheet, Alison. No waste at all. Can't have waste, can we? I'm just going to cut myself this little layer now. I think the dies are going to be really, really popular with this set because of these ovals. Okay, so with this oval shape, I have that little frame, which is lovely, and then we have this little oval. So for example, we get that, or we get that. Now I think I'm going to use this little inner frame because it's quite cute. So I'm going to stick this down with, you go in rows. I tried to go in rows, but my Small people that invade my craft room mess with the system. Okay. So I'm going to put my little frame inside, and I'm going to save my inner oval for something else in a moment. Let's put my dies to one side, and then here is a little flower that I started cutting out before I came on, so I'm going to carry on just trimming that round. So I'm going to make one card using the dies, I think, and then we'll do a little bit of stamping for card number 2. It's really windy here. Can really hear the wind whipping up across the field. Oh, thank you very much, Monique. That's really lovely of you. Lots of nice comments tonight, ladies. What have I done to deserve you all? So one thing that we will get to see in Vienna next week is the new mini catalogue, which is very exciting. There's also a new Stampin' celebration promotion coming. So lots to reveal once we are back, or when I can, that is. Okay, so this image is nice and detailed, which is what we need. It's here too, Bev. I bet it's really windy where you are from the sea. Nearly there, just cutting out all these little fussy pieces. Lovely. Okay, so there is my little flower, and I think that looks really pretty just as it is, but let's cut some little add-on pieces. Now there was also some leaves on here that I wanted to trim out. So let's go for one of these big leaves here. The great thing about these dies and these images is they are perfect for layering on your projects. Good waves here. Yeah, I bet they're good waves. A good job you're back from your cruise. Oh, so true, Bev, so true. I hope you had a lovely time on your cruise. So, because it's been a little while since I've done a live, before I came on, I felt really nervous about being live again and creating sort of off the cuff. Really, really nervous, to the point where I sat and thought, oh, can I do this? But I'm glad I did come on and share this with you all. I mean, it's not finished. It may be terrible when we finish, but so far, so good. So I don't want to fill that white space too much in the middle. I'd quite like a whole sheet of these leaves. They're really pretty. I was at a meeting today from 8:30 till 4:30, minuting, so my hands are really quite tired. but this is like a fun tired. Monique has asked what pink is in the DSP. Monique, I do believe it is polished pink. Where is my pack? My pack is here. I do believe it's polished pink and Blushing Bride. Let's have a look. So for those of you that don't know, when you buy the DSP, on the back of the packs, you have this information panel and it tells you the colours that it coordinates with. So we've got Balmy Blue, Blushing Bride, Crushed Curry, Evening Evergreen, Night of Navy, Polished Pink and Soft Succulent. So the answer to your question, Monique, is Soft Succulent and Polished Pink and Blushing Bride. Now I've used Flirty Flamingo because I don't have any polished pink card. And I think it looks all right. So I'm going to use some glue dots for this, which I think will just be quite straightforward. I'm going to add myself a little glue dot to the back of my flower. And then let's stick some of these leaves underneath that. There we go. So that's building quite nicely. And now I'm going to go with a sentiment. Now I'm going to do a little bit of heat embossing, I think. And I'm going to go with some trusty black card. You can never go wrong with a bit of monochrome heat embossing. And I am going to go with, shall we do, let's get these sentiments out and see what you think. Thank you with all my heart. That could sit nicely in there, couldn't it? What else have we got on here? So lucky to call you friend. Nope, I'm going to go with the other one, my first one. Sometimes it's always good to stick with your gut. And that is just what I'm going to do this evening. Let's pop this on a little block. Oh, hi Janine. It's lovely when you all say hello to each other. Makes my heart do a little happy dance. Okay. Right, so I've got my black card. I want it this way. And then give this a nice little wipe over with my embossing buddy. And then because this is a a photopolymer stamp, I'm just going to use a Stampin' mat underneath. I'm going to trim around this so it doesn't really matter where I put it on my card. And then we'll just give this a nice little dip in our embossing folder. Now, on there, you'll notice I've picked up a little bit of extra embossing powder, so I'm just going to get rid of that. Just using my little paintbrush. Perfect. So now it's ready to heat. Oh, I've got another piece here, look. Terrible embossing skills, Stacey. That's it. That's not bad. That's gotten rid of the bulk of it. So it's just starting to cure now. just dipped my, I've just dipped that in my bossing and smudged it. So sorry guys, you're going to have to watch me do that all over again. But hey, it shows that even I make mistakes. Much better. Second time lucky going. And then let's try again. How are we getting on? Are you all still there? Are you all still hanging in with me? Perfect. Okay, so now I've done that, I'm going to give this a nice trim around. I'm just going to follow the outline of this sentiment around. Oh, your dog once ate and destroyed your embossing buddy. Your entire office is static free now. Oh, that is funny. Was he okay? I'd love to know what the powder is inside. But I hope it wasn't toxic to him or her. Okay. Now let's try and not cut this. Cut my fingers off or cut some of these letters off. So this may possibly be one of my card class designs. I haven't decided yet. Oh, cornstarch. So I'm guessing you could probably make your own. For all my trusty sewers out there, you could definitely do that. A nice little idea, nice little business idea to whoever wants it. I'm trying to be nice and close to these letters. I'm wondering if we'll get enough time for AM. Oh, he was okay, but an upset tummy. Poor little puppy. How horrible for him to have eaten that, though. It might kind of been very tasty. They do get themselves into a pickle, these puppies, don't they? I take fussy cutting to a whole new level. Baby powder in an unused pop stock. Well, aren't we just coming up with all the ideas tonight, Sandra? I love it. Okay, so here is my thank you with all my heart sentiment. I'm just going to bend that a little bit into shape. I like it. So we can either put that up there, up the top, or down the bottom. I think I like it down the bottom. So So let's add us some more glue dots. Yeah, I don't like it up the top. Part of the cluster, yeah, I think so too, Monique. Oh, hi Joanna, thank you. That's really, really lovely of you. You're all very kind, ladies. I do appreciate you all. Okay, so we've got thank you with all my heart. And I really like that, but there's just one thing missing, I think, and that's just a few little gems, a few little embellishments, because we all love an embellishment, don't we? So in my magic box of tricks, tumble dryer sheet, yes, that works as well. Let's see what we've got in here. I just want some small ones. So I've got a few little ones. Or how about these? Let's have a play. My desk is starting to look nice and busy now. So these are flower adhesive backed trinkets, and you've got gold, rose gold and silver in here. Okay, so I'm going to go with a few little silver ones, I think. I'm just going to put them. These have got quite a lot of depth to them. So I'm just going to add a few. Like so. Okay, so that is my first outside of my card finished. Now the back of the card is really quite flimsy, so I do need to add myself an extra layer to that. So I'm just looking at that now. So I've got 9.5 by 13.9. I'm sorry then guys, my signal just dropped out, I think. Which always seems to happen with Facebook actually, for some reason. I'll carry on and hope that the video carries on and picks up somewhere. Yeah, it is. It's still going, which is nice. Now with this one, because we've got that nice pink on the inside, on the outside coming through, I'm going to add myself a little layer, a little matte layer of this. So this is 9.5. So I'm just going to take it up. Sorry, we've got, let's do the length first. This is 13.9. So I'm going to take it up by 3mm. So I've got 14.1, 14.2. Turn it round and take it to 9.8 centimetres. I'm going to keep that piece of pink because I may do something with that next. Okay. So let's stick these two together. This, and this is going to sit just inside our card. So this card feels really quite strong now. All the layers are equal. So I've got that on the outside and that on the inside. I could, if I wanted to, add another little flower, which would look quite nice. So let's just trim around. Let's trim around this one, and never be afraid to use your images that are on the edges of your paper. Much like Alison said earlier about don't forget to use the edges of your dimensionals, the same goes for your images that are on the edge of your DSP. There's always a way you can use them, and I just tend to use them as little accents in different places. So let me know what you think in the comments of this card. Is it your style? Is it not your style? It's always nice to get a little bit of feedback. And then I'm going to make one more card. Using the stamps. There we go. So I've got this little image now, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add it to the inside of my card. So this is the edge of the paper, so I'm just jutting the edge of that image up against the edge of my white card and sticking that down. What a surprise, I've got a blockage in my glue. And there we have it. So that is card design number 1, all finished. I'm really pleased with how that has turned out. Nice little effect there. I've mainly used the dies and the DSP on there, a little bit of heat embossing to bring it together, and I love the effect that you get from those hearts in the background. And to finish off, we've got a little bit of detail inside. So I'm going to put that one to one side, and I'm going to move on to another card. And for this one, I am going to use this die here, and I want to cut that out of, let's cut that out of some black card, shall we? I feel like that would be a really nice place to start. Let's see if I've got any scrap black card. No scraps, so let's start a new sheet, shall we? So let's trim this out. So let's share with you what this looks like. Oh, thank you very much. Lots of nice comments there. So I'm going to pull this one out now, and we've got a really nice black oval. I'm just going to pop out all these little stubborn pieces that are stuck in there. So I said I would use the stamp set, but actually I might still use the dies and the papers. Look at all this nice confetti on my desk as well. Okay, that's it. So shall we have a pink card base? What do you think? Or shall we have a white? I think I'm going to go with a white card base, and we'll do something a little bit similar. Oh, I've already cut myself a card base, haven't I? I've got this from earlier. So I've got that on there and that on there. Let's do a layer of the DSP in the background, shall we? Shall we use this piece? Not that piece. We could use this piece. No, that's too busy. Or we could use this piece. What do we think, guys? The light or the bright? I think we're going to go bright. Let's stick with what we've been doing. So let's add ourselves a little layer that is 10 centimetres by 14.4 centimetres. I quite like that. What do you think? I'm going to stick it down. Let's stick it down before I change my mind. Like so. Now our little frame that we've got, I'm going to stick this down with glue dots, I think. It would, Bev, you're right. You are on my wavelength. I'm not going to use glue dots actually, I'm just going to use little dots of liquid glue. And stick this in the centre. Now I'm going to stamp my sentiment on this. So let's do wishes for a beautiful birthday. So we've got one chance to get this right, guys. We can't do what we did earlier. Okay, so I've got my embossing buddy. I've got my sentiment. Let's stamp that. I'm going to go with towards the top of the oval. Now this is where I'm going to use my tweezers. Going to take myself a really small brush and get rid of that excess embossing powder. Perfect, so that looks quite nice. Let's give that a nice heat. I do love that my mum knows exactly what I'm thinking with these cards. Lovely. Okay, let's bring my card back in. think this is quite different to what I would normally make as well. Great minds think alike, indeed, Mothership, indeed. Where did I put my... I wonder how many times I say that. Where did I put my... whatever. Let's have a little tidy. Going to use some mini ones of these. How have I run out of dimensions? How am I going to make swaps for Vienna with no dimensionals? Okay. So that is going to sit just inside there. And then let's bring in a little bit of this. So I'm just going to have, I could put that in there. That would look nice, wouldn't it? Or we could put this one in there. That would also look nice. Let's have a go. Let's do some stamping. There's my there's my foam adhesive strips. A little bit of white card, little foam stamping pad. Okay. And a little bit of stamping. I'm going to stamp in Memento. It's just a nice black image. I feel like that needs to be a little bit darker. I need to re-ink that Memento, I think. Much better, much better. If at first you don't succeed, do it again. Okay, now in our dies, oops, we have some outline dies, so we don't need to fussy cut. As much as I thoroughly enjoy fussy cutting, I'm going to use the die one to just show you how they work for anyone new that's watching, and two, because why not? So here is my little stamped image. And I do like that. Let's put it that side. Do you think that side, or do we think... I think it's too big. I do think it's too big, because that just feels like it's upside down. Where's my images? So let's stamp that long one. I can colour those in, doesn't matter. They will all get used at some point. Do the flowers fit over the DSP? No, sadly they do not. You will need your trusty scissors for the DSP. think this is going to be the one, guys. Yes, I like that. I think I do. Now let's add a few little accents. I'm going to cut me a couple of these from white card. These leaves cut beautifully. Right, okay, let's have a little play now and see what we think. I actually think this is too busy. Do you know what, girls? It's not doing it for me. Let's cut a flower out of the DSP. I think what I'm expecting is just a little bit more wow, and I'm not getting it. So let's just trim this one here. Actually, I think it would do, that die. Here it is. Ah, yes, look. It does fit over that one. So let's put our washi on. And run that through. What a genius little tip. Okay, that's better. That's much, much better. What do we think? I think that's nice, just like that. Less is more, as they say. Like that. Just like that. Nothing else. I will use the stamp set. Oh, just move that another time. And then we need a piece inside our card to just strengthen that all up. And then we're done, guys. We are nearly done. I hope you've enjoyed spending a bit of time with me this evening. I've enjoyed spending time with you guys. It's definitely made me feel a bit more creative. I haven't had much creativity time recently, or so it feels. And then for this card, I'm going to add me a little silver flower as well, just down there. Okay, so guys, let's just do a little recap. I've made 2 cards for you this evening with the brand new framed florets stamp set, dies and papers. I've mainly used the dies and the papers. The The papers are a limited edition product that are available until the end of December or while stocks last, whichever comes first. I will be focusing on this set of products in my November card class, which is actually my last card class of 2022. It will not necessarily be Christmas themed, although you will be able to change it up to make it Christmas themed. There's options to purchase the kit on its own, there's options to join in person. If you visit my blog, you'll see all of the information there, and that can be found at staceymarsh.co.uk. Booking will close on the 7th of November, and if you have any questions, please get in touch. If you wanted to purchase any of these products, you can do that through staceymarsh.co.uk. Don't forget to enter the host code or the shopping code at the checkout, and you'll receive a free gift from me next month. And if you have any questions or you fancy getting in touch, I'd love to hear from you. So that's it, guys. I will try and be live with you all on Monday evening next week before I go to Vienna on Wednesday. So have a great few days, and I look forward to speaking to you all soon. Bye for now.